from yesterday because this one was definitely a little funky, right? It obviously opens left right versus up and down. That's what happens when we have a weird directrix. So they tell us to teach this, they being these people who really don't know but they're guessing. They tell us to teach this. If I were guessing, I would actually be surprised if a sideways parabola was ever on your regents. I would be surprised, but I've been surprised before, so I'm not saying I'm right either. So I'm going to show it to you. The reason I would be surprised is because this is technically not a what? Function. This fails the vertical line test. So the fact that we're even talking about something that's not a function is a little bit odd, but the format for this is a little bit different. So for the y equals, which are the up and down ones, it's plus or minus 1 over 2fd x minus h squared plus k. When they're sideways, it's now x equals still plus or minus 2 over fd, but the plus or minus here doesn't mean opens up and opens down. It means opens left versus opens right. Okay? If it opens towards negative numbers, it's the negative. So if this opens towards negative numbers, which it is, then it's a negative. If it opens towards positive x's, then it's positive. And then since your x got brought over here, your y is getting brought over here. And not only that, h is your x coordinate. That's why it's paired with the x. K is your y coordinate. So over here, we actually pair our k with the y, and the h comes after. So it's the same format. It's just you flip your x and your y, and you flip your h and your k. Is that clear? Okay? So if we were writing an equation for this, because it is sideways, it would be x equals, is this parabola opening towards positive x's or negative x's? Negative. 1 over, I need double the distance between the focus and the directrix. This is at negative 9, and this is at positive 5. So how far away are these guys? From negative 9 to positive 5. 14 units, yes, and double 14 is 28. And then it's y minus, what's the y coordinate of my vertex? I don't know if it was negative 2, negative 5. So the y coordinate of my vertex is negative 5, so it'll be y minus negative 5, aka y plus 5. And then my h coordinate of my vertex is negative 2. So that's just the hop, skip, and a jump going from a parabola that opens up down to a parabola that opens left right. Are we good with that? Any questions? Okay, so we jump to the back. And this is where I just pretty much rewrote what I just wrote on the front side. I just did them both with a's first, so one with the y equals, one with the x equals, and then I further just told you, here's what A equals. A equals plus or minus 1 over twice the distance between the focus and the directrix. So that's what I just wrote on the front. Okay? Now, I think exercise 2 will be fairly straightforward. Let's sketch this out. Go ahead on your own. Sketch out what you think this will look like, with a focus at 0, 2, and the x-axis as its directrix. Plot the point 0, 2 as your focus. Confirm that the x-axis is your directrix. And the first step would be finding the vertex. Distance, where are you putting your vertex? Very good. 0, 1 it is. Halfway between. Faye, how is your parabola opening? Up, down, left, right? Up. Very good. And so everybody, if you haven't already, take a minute to write the equation of this parabola. Jack B, what'd you put? Yep. Well, I want to know what numbers you plugged in. What does H stand for? It's the x of what? Nope. HK is your vertex. So what is the x coordinate of your vertex? 0. Just don't forget your squared. Now you initially also said plus or minus 1/4. Would it be plus or minus? You got to say which one. Plus. And thoughts, Morgan? Right. Do you really need to show x minus 0? No. So this is the same thing as 1/4 x squared plus 1. Yeah, that's fine. Okie doke. Jump to 4. How is this different? Go ahead. Okay, right. So they're telling you in this case, they're giving you the equation, and they're saying find the focus in the directrix, which means there's a couple things that this equation reveals to you. The first of which is what? Who can tell me what they know based on that equation? Corey? The vertex is what? Beautiful. So if you want to sketch that, 3. I don't know. I'm a big sketcher with this stuff. I think this is a visual skill just as much as it is algebra. Morgan? Sort of. You can figure it out for sure. What do you think, Morgan, is the distance between the focus and the directrix? 8. Does everyone see how she got that? Because we know that whatever this number is, in this case 16, that is apparently twice the distance between the focus and the directrix. So twice what number gives you 16? 8. So the distance between the focus and the directrix is 8. And also, does this parabola open up, down, left, or right? Up. So I'm just going to sketch something that opens upward. So if the distance between the focus and the directrix is 8, how many units do I go to find the focus? Which will be somewhere within the bowl. Lucas? 4. 4 up will give me the focus, which are what coordinates, Eric? Three, -1. And I would go 4 units down and put the directrix, which would be, what would the equation of that directrix be? Sierra with a C. -9. Y equals -9. It's the equation of a line. So now between -9, you can just go back and confirm, and -1, yes, that's 8 units. I went 4 above the vertex and 4 below the vertex to give me a total of 8. Do you follow? Any questions? Look at 5. How is 5 different from 4? Uh-oh. Mike? Right. It does give you the equation, but even trickier. This one that you're looking at, number 5, was on a Regents. Okay? It gives you the equation, and I'll tell you, when we saw this, we were surprised. We had never seen it asked in this way before at all. I hadn't even seen it asked in this way, but I just put that example there first so that you could kind of see. And then, so never mind that. I was shocked by this. So what we have to do first is actually get this in y equals form. Yes? So what would you do first? I think I know what you're going to say, Chloe. Distribute, because every good algebra student says distribute. And you can, but you're going to distribute, and then you're going to have to add something over, and then you're also still going to have to divide by -8. So you're turning it into a 3-step process. If you just divide by -8 right from the get-go and don't distribute that, this whole thing divided by -8 is like putting a -1/8 out in front. Are you all clear with that? Dividing. I can't divide both terms by -8 because this is locked up in a parentheses squared. So I'm just going to throw that -1/8 out in front because now that's my A value. You good? And then I'm going to add the 3 over. And you see how I kept it a 2-step process by not distributing? Hopefully, yes. So, Owen, my vertex is what? Try again. HK. H is what? -4, 3. Good? Bella, which direction is this going to open? Good. Oh, geez. Natalie, what's my distance between my focus and directrix? 4. Which means, Natalie, carry on. How many do I need to go up and down? 2 up, 2 down. 2 down brings me to my focus, which is -4 now. 1 and 2 up will bring me to my directrix, which puts me at y equals 5. So your homework for tonight is to go back to your homework from last night and do 4, 6, and 7. 4 and 6 have those vertical. And so you're going to use that x equals format that was kind of new as of today. So that's for 4 and 6. And then 7 is going to be like the one on the back. So keep your homework. Just fix it up. Oh, pass your fractions forward. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're retaking your quiz, it's going to be today after school, tomorrow before school, or Friday after school. Yeah. I don't allow that. I can explain why.